going now to a broader geopolitical tensions, because you already mentioned all the other regional allies that we have, how would this incident reflect on broader geopolitical tensions, including our regional allies in the South China Sea?
Right. So, I mean, clearly, I think it's very clear at this point that the code of conduct negotiations between China and ASEAN are dead. They basically serve no purpose but to give China an excuse to say, well, we'll just talk about those in the code of conduct negotiations. But they are not going anywhere. China has no interest in coming off of its position. It wants to dominate the South China Sea, and it wants to refer all questions either to bilateral negotiations or the code of conduct negotiations. In bilateral negotiations, it knows that as the larger power, it holds all the cards. And in code of conduct negotiations, it knows that they're actually never going to be resolved. So, I mean, I think that in terms of, I mean, of course, diplomats will always have to talk, but there's no actual outcome where we're expecting anything to come of it. In the end, the Philippines' best bet is to play the long game, as China does, and to build up its capacity, which it is doing. But that's a long-term prospect. You have to get equipment, you have to train personnel, you have to do all of those things, and that takes a long time.